Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Binance price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We have of course the overview between bullish and bearish scenario here. We have of course an impulse toward the upside finishing wave A or a wave 1. After both case scenario you got of course a correction wave for a wave B or a wave 2 and then continuation toward the upside impulsively 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Your wave 5, of course, is not finished yet. I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, now we got an all-time high here, but this looks like much more like corrective rather than impulsive, right? It looked like kind of like an expanding flat, of course, unfolding here, and then potentially start to move again for higher, of course, after having anyway A and then B and a C toward the downside. So this is your bearish scenario here that it might be unfolding, of course, for continuation of this correction, which is a very, very long correction, by the way. 3 waves down, 3 waves up potentially, and then still looking for a longer wave C for, of course, the blue box here between the 0.23, 0.38, between the $231 and $100 for Binance. This might be our small bearish market and then continuation toward the upside potentially for higher prices. Now let's take a look inside this wave if we really have finished or not. If we go to the daily here, on the daily where we have of course a 1 2 1 2 3 and then 4 and a 5 finishing your wave 3 of course, and then you're looking for 4 and a 5 here. Now is this a finished impulse? Of course not. Yeah, we cannot say it is a wave 5 here. We can see that this is clearly a correction. We're still looking here at a 3 waves toward the upside where you have 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and potentially 3 waves down, and that because of this shape here where we are looking again 3 waves down, correction, and then moving again for lower, potentially to finish kind of a WXY in a wave 4 and moving for higher again. Now, if we bring, of course, our scenario here, we're looking even potentially, yes, as a leading diagonal is very, very possible. What I mean with this, a leading diagonal, of course, is a wave C, where you are looking for 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as an ending diagonal for, of course, a flat here, or it can be a regular flat, or it can be expanding flat, sorry, or it can be a running flat, where you're gonna finish potentially by failing to take the low, right? And this might turns into a running flat, finishing before taking the low and start, of course, a reversal toward the upside. These are the possibilities, of course, in this area. Of course, we are looking for something very corrective. It can be, of course, even a deep wave C toward the downside as a big, as a huge ending diagonal by taking the low. I don't know if it's gonna succeed to take the low, but definitely this is not an impulse. Now, it can be considered impulse in only, well, no, because we took the high here. I was saying in case we have a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, but yeah, wave 4 interfering again with zone 1, meaning no impulse at all, right? So if we dive a little bit deeper inside this wave, what we are looking at right now, of course, after having an A, B, and a C potentially toward the downside, in case we are in ABC as well, you would like to finish, of course, an impulse toward the downside. And currently, this impulse is also invalidated. As you can see, the invalidation of bearish scenario interfering with zone 1, knowing that this was impulsive 2 and then 3 impulsive, your wave 4 interfering with zone 1, which is not good, of course. However, we saw even lower prices. But what does this mean? This means, of course, this is something corrective, and we're looking again for a W, X, and a Y here as or a zigzag. Yeah, so potentially even it can be a zigzag where you have potentially here as well a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You finished here a wave A, yeah, and 3 waves, and then correction, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is exactly what it might be the scenario. A, B, and a C toward the downside. And that because, of course, the invalidation, we cannot consider it anymore wave 4. Therefore, this is your correction between two structures, A, B, and a C towards the downside. Yeah, so this is exactly what is going on. And we have, of course, here potentially even three waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Very nice. So we have here A, B, and a C smaller. Let's label this so we can know it directly for the next time. Since we analyzed it, this one we can remove it. Now, of course, you got your wave B in three waves, and now you're looking potentially, of course, for a 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 for a wave C, yeah, to the downside again. Yeah, so these are the potentials, guys, right now, and wave C will hit, of course, perfectly our blue box as expected, yeah, for a wave C, again, bigger wave C, or a bigger wave Y. Yeah, so meaning WXY, right, where we have three waves down, three waves up, and then you will finish here a double zigzag, or just simple a zigzag in double structure, and finishing exactly at the 1-to-1. This will finish, of course, kind of like WXY. In case, of course, we finish here kind of like this, yeah, that is an ending diagonal, 5 ways, and when you finish 5 ways failing to take the low here, that means, of course, this is a running flat and moving toward the upside as a reversal. By all means, guys, whatever it happens here, we're still corrective, we're still looking for higher for Binance, but still, of course, looking for a low or to finish a structure. Yeah, so these are the things. Finishing a structure in a zigzag, or in an ending diagonal, or by taking the low, yeah, by taking the low and then moving toward the upside in A, B, and a C, expanding flat. And here we go. That was it for Binance. Let's take a look as well on KGT. Very nice for KGT. We can see, of course, a very clear price action here. We got, of course, the sell signal from the top, and we have, of course, the bearish signal followed with a convergence toward the downside, invalidation for any bullish signals. As you can see, there is no divergence here. We're looking only for the convergence from the top and putting pressure, of course, for selling toward the downside. And if we get here the strongest signals, of course, we see that these are the strongest. And yeah, we're still looking for lower, definitely. That was it for Binance. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. And see you in the next one. Bye-bye.